discuss how the essay reveals the factual points and the author's personal opinions on the preparation of tea. In the lesson, A Nice Cup of Tea, Orwell highlights the distinctive features of preparing a nice cup of tea. It's quite interesting to state that tea is one of the mainstays of civilization in England, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand. The author gives a sketch of his own personal opinion on the preparation of tea. First of all, he says that Indian tea or Ceylon tea, which is supposed to be the best tea. Next, he says that tea should be prepared in small quantities, that is, in a teapot. He mentions some of the teapots in which tea is prepared, such as cauldron, which is used by the army people. Some use the china or earthenware, which is the best one. The most inferior one is the enamel teapot. Next, he suggests that the pot should be warmed beforehand. The fourth point he adds is that tea should be strong because one strong cup of tea is equal to 20 weak ones. Next, he says the tea should be put straight into the pot. Strainers, muslin bags, or other devices need not be used. Sixthly, he says that one should take the teapot to the kettle and not the other way about. Water should be kept boiling. Seventhly, the tea should be stirred well or shaken well. Then the tea leaves will settle. Eighthly, tea should be taken in a breakfast cup, that is the cylindrical type of cup, because it holds more. Ninthly, the tea should be poured removing the cream from the milk, because creamy always gives tea a sticky taste. Tenthly, one should pour tea into the cup first, then add milk, as one can exactly regulate the amount of milk needed. Finally, tea should be taken without adding sugar, because by adding sugar, the taste of the tea and the flavor of the tea is destroyed. It is one of the Russian style, says the author. The author advises the tea lovers to have tea without sugar and relish the real taste of the tea. What are the aspects that contribute to humor in the essay? George Orwell, in his essay, A Nice Cup of Tea, brings out the distinctive features of preparing a nice cup of tea. There are many kinds of tea like herbal tea, iced tea, lemon tea, green tea, black tea, tea with milk. He has given 11 interesting points how tea should be prepared and taken. He considers it a golden rule. He says the Indian tea or Ceylon tea is the best. Next, it should be prepared in china or earthenwares. Preparing in any other vessel, he considers it inferior. He says in some countries, teapots are fitted with little dangling baskets under the spout to catch the stray leaves, which are supposed to be harmful. After preparing the tea, the author says that it should be taken in cylindrical cups called breakfast cups because it holds more than any other cups. He also argues that there are two schools, milk first school and tea. Okay. He also argues that there are two schools. One is milk first school and the others say tea first school. In tea first, one can regulate the amount of milk needed for the tea. And finally, he says that tea should be taken without sugar. He says that some people don't like tea, that they drink it in order to be warmed and stimulated, and they add sugar to take the taste away. Some drink tea out of the saucer, which he considers to be vulgar. Thus, he brings out certain aspects of humorous points in this essay. Based on your understanding of the text, complete the chart given below by choosing the appropriate words or phrases given in brackets. Golden rules of tea preparation. Points: add sugar, shaken, milk, infused properly, strainers, without cream, taken to the kettle, small quantities, china or earthenware, stirred, warmed. First point: tea should be made in small quantities in a teapot. Teapot should be made of china or earthenware. The pot should be warmed beforehand. The pot should not have strainers. While pouring water, the teapot should be taken to the kettle. The tea leaves should be infused properly. After making tea, it should be stirred or the pot should be shaken. The milk for the tea should be without cream. The author does not like to add sugar to tea. Vocabulary. Find out the synonym of the underlined word in each of the following sentences. But, because the best manner of making it is the subject of violent disputes. The word disputes. Answer C. Conflicts. Then, tea is one of the mainstays of civilization in the country. Civilization. Answer A. A society if in an advanced state of social development. That they only drink it in order to be warmed and stimulated. Stimulated, motivated. Answer A. Under the spout to each the stray leaves. Stray. It is answer B. Loose leaves. One is liable to put in too much milk. Liable. Responsible. Answer D. Find out the antonym of the underlined word in each of the following sentences, which are not to be despised. Despised antonym is liked. Answer B. One does not feel wise, braven, or more optimistic. Optimistic antonym is pessimistic. Answer D. Not the flat, shallow type. Shallow. Opposite is deep. Answer C. Predicting the arrival of visitors. Arrival. Opposite departure. Answer B. But they are sufficient to show how subtilized the whole business has become. Sufficient. Inadequate. Inadequate. Opposite word. Fill in the boxes with the correct answers. The first one has been done for you. Word with meaning and part of speech. Wise, is clever. Sentence: my brother is wise. Wise, a part of speech is noun. Next, part of speech, adjective. My brother showed great wisdom in business. So, wisdom. Then, harm or hurt. Do not harm others. So, harm is used as verb. Part of speech, verb or noun. It is a great harm to mistake others. Harm, here it is used as a noun. Stimulate or to rouse, to motivate. Children are stimulated by teachers to study well. Stimulated. Part of speech is verb. Drinking tea gives us stimulation to do other works. Stimulation. Stimulation is used as noun. Argue. We should not argue with our seniors. Argue, here it is used as a verb. Part of speech, noun, argument. No arguments with our seniors. Arguments used as noun. Verb, exchange views heatedly. Strong, physically, mentally powerful. This rope is very strong. Used as adverb, strong. Part of speech, adjective or adverb. It is a strong rope. Here it is used as an adjective. Destroy or ruin, pull down, break down. Please do not destroy the ancient architecture. Here destroy is used as a verb. Part of speech is verb. Next here, listening. Listen to the passage about the significance of tea and answer the questions. Which country is the largest tea producer in the world? China is the largest tea producer in the world. 30% of the tea produced in India is exported. What is the role of antioxidants in tea? Antioxidants in tea might prevent drinking tea strengthens one's teeth, bones and immune system. How does drinking tea help a diabetic? Regular tea drinking might help one in lowering blood sugar and blood pressure. Speaking. Prepare a speech on the topic, the importance of developing a positive attitude. Once there was a little girl named Rani in a poor family where she had several brothers, but she lost her mother when she was 7 years. She was brought up by her father, who was a very honest man. All her brothers, after some years, they went astray. She lost all hopes. She was in an utter poverty-stricken condition. There was no hope of going for higher studies. She could not even dream of educating herself. But her father dedicated his life towards bringing her up, taking utmost care, more than a mother, feeding her with fish as he went angling. Soon she created an interest in studies and completed her school studies and entered into university studies. There she was helped by many benevolent souls, where she completed her bachelor's degree and also master's degree, studying English literature as her favorite subject. Soon she became an ideal teacher and all her students were attracted towards her. Finally, the government appreciated her honesty and sincere work and awarded the Best Teachers Award of the state government. Poverty has nothing to do with education. The mind in its own place can make a heaven. Now she is a great teacher, still serving the society by her excellent teaching and making students to become great and good citizens of the country. Next is reading, non-verbal representation. Look at the following non-verbal representation. Based on your understanding and inference, write a paragraph on career trends in the next decade. Fastest growing occupations. Task 1. Now read the following article on the emerging career options in the modern era and answer the questions that follow. Whom do students start thinking about their career path? Students at the higher secondary level think about their career path. They should plan the career path they wish to take. How can students build a strong career? Students can build a strong career by taking part in career guidance and counseling. They must understand the prospective field and their primary interest. They should also focus on the overall personality development and enhancing their communicative skills. What are the integral aspects of a successful career? The integral aspects of a successful career needs a solid career foundation by pursuing a degree course in the chosen area of interest, and also post-graduation or diploma and short-term course may also help one find a job. What is meant by culinary art? Culinary art is the art of cooking, which has become one of the most important jobs. Why is media a powerful career option? Media has become a popular career because this has become an information era. Print and entertainment because youngsters are attracted to it. Name some paramedical courses mentioned in the passage. The courses mentioned under a paramedical courses are optometry, pathology, nursing, physiotherapy, and dentistry. Why is the hotel industry seen as the fastest growing in India? Hotel industry is seen as the fastest growing in India because the number of international travelers both for business and leisure is increasing day by day. Does one has to be a player to opt for a career in the field of sports? Answer giving reasons. One need not be a player, but they can be as technical trainers, commentators of sports, journalists and dietitians and referees, etc. Pick out one word from the passage which is the opposite of modern. Modern, initiate or primary. Next we'll go into the part of grammar. First of all, preposition. Edit the passage by circling the incorrect prepositions and writing the correct preposition against each line. Dolphins are regarded as the friendliest between the sea creatures. So instead of between, you have to put among the sea creatures. There have been several stories of dolphins helping drowning sailors. Stories about dolphins. Second is about. The more we learn on dolphins, the more we realize how amazing they are. They care of the sick and protect the weakest at danger. They communicate very well with each other. Carry off is carry for. Then protect the weakest in danger. Task 1, page number 45. Recall your learning of preposition and complete the sentences using the preposition given in the brackets. Over, under, over, under, on, between, in front of, among, into, with, since, near, beside. The boy jumped into a narrow stream. Afsar will meet me on Friday morning. The temple is near the bank. My friend will meet me with his brother tomorrow. There is usually a garden in front of There is usually a garden in front of a house. Yuvan has been studying well since childhood. The laudable thought were apparent. Sentence incomplete. The laudable thought were apparent among many scholars in a conference. It is easy to work under the ages. Task 2. Complete the following passages using prepositions given in brackets. Among, for, at, to, in. When Lakshmi was at school, she practiced music from Monday to Friday. She involved herself in the school orchestra. She was responsible for conducting many programs. She was very popular among her schoolmates as she was kind, friendly, and helpful. Next is after, with, on, before, of, in, her. Before the interview, Solomon was confident of getting the job. He knew that he was qualified for the job. He was interested in discharging his duty perfectly. The interview panel was impressed with his attitude and skills. So, after the interview, he was on cloud 9. Prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase is made up of a preposition and a noun phrase. Task 1. Underline the prepositional phrase. The first two examples have been done for you. With reference to your advertisement in a local newspaper, I am applying for the post of a salesman. The assignment will be completed in a few weeks. Ravi was appreciated by his teachers. We feel sorry for our mistakes. The boy studied well in spite of many obstacles. Our nation is famous for its glorious culture. We are proud of our children. My brother will return home in the evening. Task 2. Fill in the blanks with suitable prepositional phrase given in brackets. in favor of, in case of, according to, on the whole, on account of, on behalf of, in spite of, instead. Instead of. Instead of Kiran, Rajesh may attend the program. Many tourists visited Ooty in spite of heavy rains. Expressing gratitude on behalf of others is common in a vote of thanks. On the whole, I had a happy childhood. Our teachers always act in favor of her students. On account of his laziness, the boy remained passive for a long time. According to Gandhiji, Ahimsa means infinite love. In case of rain, take an umbrella. Conjunction. Spot the errors in the following sentences, correct and rewrite them. Neither Ramya is a singer nor a dancer. Ramya is neither a singer nor a dancer. Scarcely had the workers stepped out than the building collapsed. No sooner did the workers step out than the building collapsed. No sooner did the power resume when the children screamed in joy. No sooner did the power resume than the children screamed in joy. My friend can type so fast as I. My friend can type as fast as myself. Siddha had no other assignment but that of collecting the data. Siddha had no other assignment rather than collecting the data. Rekha cooks like her mother does. Rekha cooks like her mother. Professor Usha is not only a writer but an orator. Professor Usha is not only a writer but also an orator. Your neighbors are not so wicked as you think. Your neighbor is not so wicked as you think. The girl both won an award and a scholarship. The girl won an award as well as a scholarship. 3 years have passed when my cousin resigned his job. 3 years have passed since my cousin resigned his job. Task 1, page number 47. Choose the appropriate linker from within the brackets and complete the sentences. I could not complete my paper in the examination because I was slow in answering the questions. It started raining, so we could not play. As I got up early, I managed to reach school on time. Whereas he committed a mistake, he apologized and promised that he would not repeat it. This is how it must be done. The vendor saw the train moving slowly from the platform. Therefore, he got in. Although she can drive, she travels by bus. Unless you register your name, you cannot participate in the competition. As soon as my father arrived home, I narrated the incident. Be quick to hear and slow to speak. I am neither an ascetic in theory nor practice. We fail to harness the rainwater, consequently, we suffer. My brother will certainly clear GRE for he works very hard. Task 2. Combine the sentences and rewrite them using words given in brackets. The well was deep, therefore the fox could not get out of the well. The fox could not get out of the well because the well was deep. The work was over, we went home. Use when. When the work was over, we went home. A library is a public place. We see a number of books kept there for reading. Use where. A library is a public place where we see a number of books kept there for reading. The culprit was caught. Immediately he was taken to the police station. Use as soon as. As soon as the culprit was caught, he was taken to the police station. The boys were stealing mangoes from a grove. At that time, the owner of the grove came in. Use while. The owner of the grove came in while the boys were stealing mangoes from a grove. Or you can use while the boys were stealing mangoes from a grove, the owner of the grove came in. Next. Artificially flavored juices are hazardous to health. Moreover, they are bad to kidney problems. They add to kidney problems. Use and. Artificially flavored juices are hazardous to health and they add to kidney problems. Adit has been promoted. Ranjan has been promoted. Adit has been promoted as well as Ranjan. Caesar was declared emperor. The conspirators killed him. Use after. After Caesar was declared emperor, the conspirators killed him. Task 3. Fill in the blanks with correlative conjunctions. She is such an understanding person. Therefore, everybody likes to be with her. Suraj owns not only a typewriter but also a computer. Vani is both a good singer and a good dancer. Amit did not know whether his father met his class teacher or not. I would rather starve than beg.